So friends, let's say we want to perform the experiment on Schmidt trigger. So I'll just input in the Google Schmidt trigger virtual lab, let's say. Then I see there are multiple virtual lab links. So I'll go for the link at the IIT Mumbai VLabs, this link I'll give. And here we can see there is a theory behind this. You can see Schmidt trigger input is given at the inverting terminal and the positive feedback is there as usual. So we know there is two upper trigger point and lower trigger point. In this way we need to carry out the calculation. So now you can go through this pre-test procedure, etc. Now we'll go directly to the simulation. Now in this, it is the task is given: design a Schmidt trigger for VUT at plus 5 volt and VLT at minus 0.5 volt. Op amp given for supply voltage of plus minus 15 and plus minus 15 of saturation voltage is there. So we need to do certain calculation. Okay. So let's say if this is the Schmidt trigger, and as we know that our VUT upper trigger point can be given as R1 upon R1 plus R2 into plus V set. Similarly, VLT, it is given R1 upon R1 plus R2 into minus. Mind it, the R1 is the voltage at this feedback voltage, R1 at the non-inverting terminal. So either plus or minus VUT or VLT will take. As it is given, VT we need to set for 0.5 volt at plus V set of plus 15 volt. Okay, so let us do calculation. So we'll put a value VUT given as R1 upon R1 plus R2 into 15 volt, that we need to set as 0.5 volt. So here we'll have to choose any register's value as a design parameter. So we see R1 at the numerator and denominator. So why not to choose R1 as certain value? So I choose a value of R1 as, let's say, 1K. Okay. So when I put a value 1 upon, or you can say 1 in the kilo ohm range only, 1 plus R2 into plus 15 volt is equal to 0.5 volt. So if I do a calculation, I'll get a value as R2 equals to 29K, and that we can verify that if I put VUT equals to 1K upon 1 plus 29 into 15, so it will give me 15 upon 30, that is 0.5 volt. So I got my value if I choose the value of R1 as 1K and R2 as 29K. So our design is ready. Now we'll have to simulate that one. So we go for that one. Here, what do we observe? Let's say we need to select, let's say, sinusoidal signal I am giving. So here, let's say this is the input signal. Here, I'll choose it for, let's say, plus minus 15 volt of 1000 hertz, let's say. Op amp, let's say plus minus 15 volt. These I have placed here. Then I'll choose a value as register, and I'll place somewhere here of value, let's say 1000 ohm, that is 1 kilo ohm, and then I'll choose a feedback value. I'll choose that as 29,000. It is placed. Now I'll choose a ground somewhere. Let's say this is my ground, and a load. This is load. Now I'll choose a CRO. I'll place CRO somewhere here. CRO I have placed. Now I think all the components we have chosen. Now we need to connect. Let's say I'm pressing connect. Then I am connecting. First, let's say this non-inverting terminal. I am connecting to this one. Then this non-inverting terminal I am connecting to this one, RF. Then this output at this place. Then again this output to load. Then this point to the ground. Similarly, this ground to this load. Now we need to connect input. So I'll connect this input to the inverting terminal and this point at the ground. Now I'll connect this output to this load and input to this point. So everything connection is okay. It is connected. Now let us see the simulation. So I'll just turn it on. When I turn on, it shows the simulation. Although these graphs are inaccurate, actual graphs are shown like this one here. When I say show graph, here I can see, I can observe. As expected, this is the sinusoidal voltage input and I am getting the square wave as a voltage. So what do we observe? That in our Schmitt trigger diagram, that the input is given in the inverting terminal. So if by certain noise voltage or anything due to regenerative action, if the input initially is at plus Vset, we know if the input goes above VUT, that is 0.5 volt. So 0.5 volt I am observing at voltage roughly about in this timing here 0.000175, and above that it remains more than 0.5, and when it goes below minus 0.5 there should be a change in the output. So minus 0.5 occurs at certain value of, let's say, roughly about 0.005175. Okay, so does it occur here? Let's see. Here this is at plus 15 and it goes to minus 15 at a point 0.00175. Similarly, it goes from minus 15 to plus 15 at 0.0052. So as expected, when the input goes above 0.5 volt, it switches from plus Vset to minus Vset. When the input goes below minus 0.5, that is input becomes more negative than the minus 0.5, it switches from minus Vset to plus Vset. Now let us see its transfer characteristics. As we know, there is a hysteresis occurs in the transfer characteristic, that also we can see. So here I'll place this transfer characteristic. Now what this transfer characteristics tells us, that let's say if initially the output is at plus Vset and suppose I am increasing the voltage, I am giving the voltage as minus 10, it remains in the plus Vset only. Let's say I am giving the input as minus 0.5 volt, still it will remain in the plus Vset. Even it goes to minus 0.5, it is remain in the plus Vset. Even it goes to 0 volt, it remains in the plus Vset. Now when the input goes above 0.5 volt, it switches from plus Vset to minus Vset. And when I increase the input voltage, let's say 5 volt, 10 volt, it remains in the minus Vset only. So when I am going from minus 10 to 10, when initially the output voltage was plus Vset, it switches from plus Vset to minus Vset at plus 0.5 volt, and then it remains in the minus Vset. Now let us say from this minus Vset, now I am decreasing the voltage. Let's say at 10 volt, it remains in the minus 15 volt. At 5 volt, it remains in the minus Vset. Even if at 0.5 volt, it remains in the minus Vset. When the input goes at 0 volt and when the input voltage goes below minus 0.5 volt, it switches from minus Vset to plus Vset. So we observe the hysteresis in the transfer characteristics. What do I mean to say? That in this is the deadband, or we can say the hysteresis occurs. It means within this VUT and VLT, we can observe that either of the output is possible. That is, it may be in the plus Vset or it may be in the minus Vset. Means at the same time there are multiple ways of output, plus Vset or minus Vset, but as we know output has to be in only one of the state. So it depends on the last output where from the journey started. What I mean to say, if earlier the output was plus Vset and if the input is going more than VUT, then it will switch from plus Vset to minus Vset. Similarly, if it is in the minus Vset and now if the voltage is decreasing and when the input voltage goes well below the VLT voltage, then it will switch from minus Vset to plus Vset. So in this way, you have to perform this virtual lab experiment